It is called the Inflation Reduction Act, and it seems that the most favorable interpretation from economists, including those that the White House has cited, is that this legislation will help bring down inflation in the long term, perhaps later this decade. But there's near universal agreement that this is going to do very little to actually bring down inflation in the near term, which seems to be when Americans would be looking for an Inflation Reduction Act to actually address inflation.
Look, that is something that we disagree with, right? We think that this is going to have some effect for American families when you think about negotiating with Medicare, and so that it could lower cost for your grandparents, for people who are senior in your household that you're trying to help, and make sure that they're able to get that funding or those funds or pay for those chronic medicine. That matters. And so that is really important as well. There's going to be rebates for families so that they're able, as it relates to energy cost, it's going to matter as well. Those are huge. Those are incredibly big for families just across the board, especially in the middle class. And you think about congressional Republicans and their plan, it's the complete opposite. They are not interested in lowering costs. If they were, this is it. This is the bill that exists in the House right now, in Congress, I should say, in the Senate at the moment, that could do that. And they don't want to jump on board to help us lower costs for families.
But do you have any evidence that this is going to lower inflation in the short term?
Look, I just listed out 126 top economists who said that it's going to do that. I have
They didn't say in the short term, they just said general.
Well, I'm just saying that it is a step forward. We do believe that if you lower costs for Americans, that matters. That is incredibly important, because when you think about inflation, right, you think about how it's increasing prices. Right? People are paying more for gas prices, and we saw the work that we have done in this administration for the past almost 7 weeks. Right? We have seen gas prices go down, saving families like $80 a month if you have a two-car household. That matters. If you think about prescription drugs going down, bringing down the cost, that matters. That is connected to what the pain, the inflation that of American families are talking about. And when you talk about lowering the deficit, this is what this will do. That matters as well. And so, we believe it is, if you look at the name of the legislation, Inflation Reduction Act, it's going to do that. We have support of economists who say it's going to do that as well. And so we are grateful for this piece of legislation, and we hope it gets to the president's desk as soon as possible.